In the world of chess, the sport is currently being rocked by a massive cheating scandal that is going on. Vigilance and security is on an ultimate high in the sport. But sometimes this security and vigilantism can really go to another level in excess. And it can also lead to humiliation and misunderstanding. This is what happened a couple of hours ago. One of the grandmasters from India, S.L. Narayanan, was subjected to a humiliating instance when he was asked to remove his shoe and socks on the, if you may say, suspicion of cheating. But what happened and what transpired afterwards was an embarrassment for FIDE as well as the tournament organizers in Germany, because the problem proved to be something else. So when S.L. Narayanan, one of the Indian grandmasters, top grandmasters in chess, he had gone to play a Bundesliga event in Germany. Bundesliga, remember, there is a chess Bundesliga round that happens throughout the year, and a lot of top players often participate in that. S.L. Narayanan was one of them. So before the start of his round, there were some random people called in to check, because remember, as I had said prior to this, cheating is on an all-time high and the vigilance is also very, very strict. So his ordeal on Twitter, what he mentioned is, I felt humiliated, and if I prefer to remain silent about it, I'll not be doing justice to myself and other sportsmen who are going through similar experience. I played in the Bundesliga. Before the first round, I was one of the 5 players picked by the arbiter for a random check, which is fair enough. During the check with the metal detector, there was a beep sound. So I was told to remove my shoes, and they checked again. Beep. Now I was told to remove my socks also. The arbiter then ran the metal detector on me, on my naked foot, and we heard the beep again. Remember, asked to remove his shoe, asked to remove his sock, but the beep sound did not relent. At this point, I was asked to move aside and the next player was asked to step forward. It is hard to explain how bad it felt, as I was guilty of something I had no clue whatsoever. I mean, imagine, just on the basis of suspicion, you were treated very badly. Just on the basis of a suspicion. All this happened in the middle of the playing hall. I held a sock and stood with a bare left foot. Imagine how I might have felt. What the arbiter did was within the rules, but the way how he executed that rule was indeed very, very shameful. Meanwhile, the metal detector beeped again when the other player's foot was scanned. Now this changed the entire equation. What was indeed going on? That prompted the arbiter to check the floor. So the players were not at fault, and this is where the twist is. It was the carpeted floor that was triggering the beep and not any human, because there was some metal beneath the carpeting surface of the floor, and that is why there was a beep. So much for vigilantism and so much for scrutiny that the arbiter just forgot the basics. Like, you have to check the surroundings first, and after that you can check the player. The arbiter apologized, but I must say how embarrassing it was. And mind you, this happened just minutes before my round. The fact that the arbiter apologized is appreciated, but this whole situation could have been handled better. Indeed, the arbiter should probably start checking the floors first and maybe start asking players if they have had any kind of surgery before instructing them to remove the shoes and socks. I mean, very fair point that Narayanan has said here. Because look, sometimes metal objects can be inserted in your bodies for surgery. Remember, sportspersons like cricketers, they often have metal on the back because they have had to have it titanium reinforced. So that is why metal detectors can sometimes come off. Screws to hold the bone together or any other thing, that can happen. But that doesn't mean on every suspicion you cheat, you are accused of cheating. The arbiter and FIDE really have to pull up their socks to ensure that the mechanism to detect cheating is not made cringeworthy or embarrassing for the player. Yes, we need vigilant arbiters. He's not saying that, oh, remove the arbiter, just stop cheating. But at the same time, they should act in some professional way. Arbiters should check the floors before asking weird questions. Perhaps FIDE and tournament organizers will bring about a change and save players from going through such humiliation. But remember why this excess of checking and scrutiny has come about. It's because of Magnus Carlsen. Remember, Magnus Carlsen created quite a storm when he accused the US Grandmaster Hans Niemann of cheating. When Magnus Carlsen raised such an issue, at that time, everybody in the sport came to know that cheating does exist in the game of chess and it poses an existential threat to the sport. But at the same time, how will FIDE ensure that the mechanism to catch cheating and ensure it is uprooted from the very ground is ensured? The way how it was conducted in the Bundesliga when it came to SL Narayanan's case does not help. A player can lose his confidence even before he steps out onto the and plays the chessboard. A player can be subjected to humiliation also, because right in the middle of a hall, in front of a lot of players, a lot of officials, you are standing with a sock and a shoe and you have been subjected to plenty of suspicion. How does that make you feel? It will make you feel very awkward. One hopes FIDE and the tournament organizers have learned their lesson. Such an instance is never repeated ever again. Thank you so much, folks, for listening to this video. We'll be back with more updates from Sports Today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.